Alright, I just got done watching the Irate Gamer review of Super Mario Bros. 2, and I noticed there was a few errors. First of all, he said the Japanese Super Mario Bros. 2 had the exact same power-ups as the first Super Mario Bros. 2 one, and that's pretty much um, the same, except for the poison mushroom, which was added. And the second glaring error that I noticed, and this was pretty much the reason why I decided to respond, and that is he said that he didn't know why they made Doki Doki Panic the US version of Super Mario Bros. 2 when the Japanese version was far superior to the US release. And a couple things that I noticed were wrong with that. And first of all, if you play the Super Mario Bros. 2 Japanese version, you will see it is hard as fuck. Now, do you think with the American audience having the attention span of a twig, they're going to want to sit there and play a frustrating game for hours? No. I'm 26 and I can only play it for like 10 minutes before I get pissed off. It is that hard. And if you haven't played it, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people have, but if you haven't, check out the Super Nintendo Super Mario All-Stars, and it has something called the Lost Levels, which are upgraded levels from the original. Second of all, I know this isn't as big of a issue because they've ported games previously. Kid Icarus was the one that comes off the top of my head, but Super Mario Bros. 2 in Japan was released for something called the Disk System, and what that was a add-on for the Super Nintendo, which came with kind of like floppy disks, if you will. They weren't really floppy. They were more like miniature hard disks, I guess is a better way to put them. And you could go to various video game stores, and instead of buying a new Nintendo game, you could use the cartridge and just simply overwrite the data for a game. And it was cheaper, and it allowed you to play more games. But anyway, the original Super Mario Brothers was released on the disk system in Japan, and if they were to port over the Super Mario Brothers 2 disk system game, it would have taken time to reprogram everything and configure it to fit on the much smaller Nintendo cartridge. So they, if you actually search for the Kid Icarus disc system game on video, you will notice that the sound is far superior to the Nintendo version. I believe they also did Metroid on the disc system in Japan, and it was just, there was the slightly better graphics, better sound, just things like that. So in order to port that, they would have had to slightly reprogram everything, and I don't think for a game that was as hard as Super Mario Bros. 2, um, it really would have, I think, thrown a lot of Nintendo fans for a loop in a bad way. It wouldn't have been like, oh well, this is different, but it's good. It would have been, this is different. This is hard as fuck. I don't want mushrooms that hurt me. I want to be able to complete a level, because there are some insane um, puzzles, like jumping puzzles, that you gotta jump from one thing to the next thing instantaneous, or you're dead. But one thing about Super Mario Brothers 2, the Japanese version, was the 100 life trick is literally in the first scene of the first level, which really helped me get as far as I got, which was probably level 4. It's 100 lives to get to level 4. But yeah, that's one of the reasons that I don't think Super Mario Brothers 2 would have succeeded in America. The difficulty and the having to reprogram it. So yeah, people can hate Super Mario Brothers 2 all they want, but they probably would have hated the original Super Mario Brothers 2 when they were like 6 years old. Alright, peace.